All right, let's get right into it. If I asked you to name the world's next big travel hotspot, would Phnom Penh even cross your mind? Well, if it didn't, it's about to, because Cambodia's capital just got a massive shout out on the global stage, and believe me, it's turning a lot of heads. That's right. It was just named one of the 20 best places to travel in 2026. And we're not talking about some random list here. This is from BBC Travel. That's a huge deal. Getting on their list is a sign that something really special is happening in the world of travel. You know, for a city that has always kind of lived in the shadow of Siem Reap and the temples of Angkor Wat, this is massive. So the big question is, what's going on? What's the secret sauce behind this incredible turnaround? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into. Okay, so first step, a new global destination. Let's really unpack what this means. See, in today's world, being a top travel destination isn't just about having pretty beaches or cool buildings anymore. It's about something more. And just look at the company Phnom Penh is keeping now. It's right up there with places like Abu Dhabi and Ishikawa in Japan. This isn't some small regional award. This puts the city on the map, big time. We're talking world stage. And here's the crucial part. The BBC list isn't just about where to have a good time. They're specifically looking for places that support local communities, that protect the environment, and that preserve their unique culture. It's all about a more thoughtful, more conscious way of seeing the world. Which brings us to the city's great transformation. Because honestly, Phnom Penh is a perfect case study for this new way of thinking. It's going through one of the most incredible and, frankly, lightning-fast changes you'll find anywhere on the planet right now. And this really puts it into perspective. Just think about this for a second. Only 15 years ago, the entire city had one traffic light. One. Now, it's being held up as a shining example of sustainable urban tourism. That's not just a step up. That's a whole different galaxy. So, what's lighting the fuse for all this change? Well, a lot of it comes down to one absolutely massive project that is literally changing how people get to Cambodia. The new Techo International Airport. And this is not just another airport. This thing is the largest infrastructure project in Cambodia's entire history. We're talking a wild, futuristic terminal, even a giant silver Buddha inside. But the real game changer, it's opening up tons of new direct flights from places like the UAE, Turkey, and Japan, making it easier than ever to just get there. But this isn't just about what's happening in the air. It's happening on the ground, too. They've launched things like the Chaktomuk Walk Street, which basically turns the riverfront into this awesome weekend festival with amazing commercial street food, local crafts, music, the whole deal. Plus, they're leaning into sustainability. Big hotels are rolling out entire fleets of electric tuk-tuks. So cool. Okay, so new airport, cool street festivals, that's all great. But you gotta wonder, right? Is this all just shiny new stuff on the surface? Or is there something deeper going on? Something happening to the actual soul of the city? Well, the answer is yes. Something much deeper is happening. It's all about how the city is weaving its past into its future. And a lot of that comes back to one absolutely legendary figure in Cambodian history. This one quote says it all. No building could rise higher than the royal palace. That was the rule laid down by Cambodia's most famous architect, Vann Molyvann. It's this simple but profound idea that development should always respect the city's heritage. You build with the city, not just on top of it. And what's so amazing is that his legacy, which was almost forgotten for a while, is now making this huge comeback. His own incredible home from the 60s is now a cafe and a museum. And that's inspiring a whole new generation to go out and find and restore all these other modernist architectural gems that are scattered around the city. And that leads us to the real heart of this whole story, the new generation. The young Cambodians were driving this cultural explosion from the ground up. I mean, you're seeing this wave of Gen Z-led businesses pop up everywhere. You've got sustainable boutiques, distilleries making these amazing award-winning spirits from local plants, and chefs who are actually rediscovering Khmer recipes that were lost during the war. They're bringing back history, one dish at a time, while restoring these beautiful old shophouses. It's not just a renaissance, it's a homecoming. So let's zoom out. Why does all this matter? Why are we even talking about this? Well, because the story of Phnom Penh isn't just about one city. It's actually a blueprint for the future. What we're watching happen is a real-world example of sustainable urban tourism. That sounds like a buzzword, but it's simple. It's about growth that actually helps local people, protects the planet, and celebrates what makes a place unique. Phnom Penh is proving it can be done. It's showing that a city can open its arms to the world without losing its soul.
So just to sum up this incredible journey, we've watched the city go from being completely overlooked to a global top 20 destination, from barely any infrastructure to a game-changing airport. And maybe most importantly, from a cultural legacy that was gathering dust to a vibrant, full-blown renaissance led by its youngest generation.
And that really leaves us with this one big, powerful idea to think about. Phnom Penh is showing us that the best way to build a future isn't by tearing down the past. It's by rediscovering it, celebrating it, and using it as the foundation for something brand new. And that's a lesson that pretty much any city in the world could learn from.